Hello, my name's Sally, and today I'm going to teach you about when to introduce the command when you're teaching your dog a new behaviour. If you just simply repeat a command again and again, all you're doing is teaching your dog to ignore you. Skye doesn't know the command stand, so if I just say stand, she's just going to learn that that word means nothing. So to teach the stand, when they're in another position, you get a nice tasty treat and you bring it slightly forward, good girl, and you give them a treat. Can you sit? Good girl. Now, I'm not saying the command at the moment because she doesn't know the action. She knows sit and she knows down, good girl, but she doesn't know the other one. So I just bring it forward, good girl. And after a couple of repetitions, sit, she'll start to realise that when she stands up, she gets a treat. When I'm fairly certain that she will be doing the behaviour I want in the next few seconds, so I bring it forward, I pretty much know now that she will stand up, that's the point to introduce the command. And I say it as she's doing the action to start off with. So I say, stand, good girl. And stand, good girl. And we can do that from different positions, so we can do that from a down, good girl, down, stand, good girl. Sit, nicely done. Now she knows sit and down quite well, so I don't need to reward every time for those. So I say, Skylar, down, down, good girl. Skye, stand, good girl. If you're still not sure whether they're going to be doing the behaviour when you lure them, don't add the command just yet. Wait till they're reliable. Stand, good girl. And every time you lure the behaviour, they will do the action. Stand. That's nice. Now I can start to bring the command a little bit forward. So I say stand, and then I do the lure. Good girl. So this way, and sit. Good girl, and stand, and then I bring it up. Now she chose to go down there because she knows sitting down, and that's likely to be in her mind what might come next. But it didn't matter, I just gave the lure anyway and rewarded her for doing the behaviour that I wanted. So stand, good girl. So she's starting to pair the word stand with the action of standing up. Sit, good girl, stand, yeah, that's nice. Down, good girl. Stand. Yes, good girl. Now she actually did that behaviour just slightly before I'd finished luring her into the action, so this gets a jackpot. Treat, 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 one after another. Let's try it again. Skye, down, wait there. Stand. Good girl. Don't worry, that might have been a one-off. She might have done it deliberately. She might have just been an accident that she stood up. And if she doesn't respond to it the next time, after that second or two, still give the lure. Down. Wait there. Skye, stand. Yes, good girl. Very nice. Skye, sit. Skye, sit. Good girl. And stand. Yes, good girl. Consistency with commands is important. Consistency across the family. So if you're going to use the word stand and someone else in the family uses stand up, that's going to be a little confusing for the dog. So it's worth writing a list of commands that you use for your dog so that everyone can see them in the family. Quite a common one is down. Some people will say lie down or lie or down or flat, and it's much easier for the dog to learn if you just use the one command across the whole family. As with all training, make sure you do this training in different environments. So once they've mastered it in your living room, try the garden or out in the park or in the town. You might need to go back to basics for each one. So when you're out in the park and they've never done it in the park before, when they're in the down, try stand, good girl, and lure them into that action. Down, stand, good girl. And then Skylar, down, down, stand, good girl. Good girl. So you might need to whiz through the training steps, but you should be able to get through them, progress through them a lot quicker than you did when you were doing it the first time. Sit, stand. Oops, she got it wrong. Try again. Sit, stand. Yes, clever girl. Good girl. So I've demonstrated this using the stand command because it's the one that Skylar didn't know before today. But it's the same process for any command that you're introducing. So for example, if I want to teach Skylar to give a paw, which I started the other day by having a few treats in my hand, paw, good girl. I'm saying it as she does the action, paw, good girl. So I'm fairly certain that she will put a paw on my hand when there's a treat in there, because that's what we were doing the other day. Paw, good girl. And then I can start to say paw, good. So you pair the action with, you pair the word with the action, then you start to say the word before the action, and then after a little while you should be able to say the word and they do the action without being encouraged. So Sandy knows the command that we've been working on with Skylar today. So the end product should look like this. Sandy, stand. Good girl. And they just do the command, do the action based on the command you've given. Can you sit? Sandy, paw. Yes, good girl.